Hello my crafty friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba. Today we are playing with Happy Hedgehogs. I had an idea for a really super quick, super cute card. So let's get started. I've got our hedgehog and some memento. Now, if you are in Canada and don't currently have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would absolutely love to have you join my Stampin' family. The link to shop for the supplies for this card is down below. There we go. And also you can find the link to join my newsletter and also for my other social channels, which includes Facebook. Now, all of my measurements will be over in my VIP group, which is also linked down below. So I hope you check that out. We are using the New Neutrals Stampin' Blend family. So I'm going to grab, they're all numbered from the lowest number to the highest number. And the lower the number, the lighter the color. So I'm just going to do, hold on, did I say that right? Or the higher the number. Let me just check. Okay. Yeah, the lower the number, the darker the color, the higher the number, the lighter. So this is 700 and this is 100. So you can see that the 100 is definitely darker. So if you want a light color, you grab the higher numbers. Now I'm just doing a quick little color on some parts of him. I'm not doing the same colors on all of the parts because I am going to layer up the colors, which is exactly how blends are intended to be used. So this is the last one that I'm going to be using. I'm going to color up his fur with the slightly darker one. I love how layering the colors can give you such a different look. And I like to color in circles so you don't get that line when you color. Now the only place that I don't do circles is really close to the edge because end up going all over the place. Okay, and then we're going to grab the darkest one and do a little bit of highlight on some parts of him. And then we're just going to go ahead and bring it all in. Now, if you do make a mistake, you can absolutely either A, grab a lighter color of the blend, or you can grab the color lifter, and then that'll slightly change the color as well. There we go. And then I'm just going to grab this one, I think. Yeah. And then we'll blend it up, and then we'll be able to start the assembly on our card. It is a cold and miserable day here today, but the dog is insisting that she wants to go outside. All right, so there's our little guy done. Now I've got a piece of Starry Sky that we're going to layer it up onto. And I've also got a scrap of Perfectly Penciled. I think that's the name of it. I'll double check and I'll, if I made a mistake on the name, I'll correct it down below. So we're just going to give it a quick little color. I love this paper. It offers so many opportunities for coloring. I've colored it with the blends, with the markers, with the pencil crayons, pretty much anything that I can get my hands on lately. It feels like I need to color, which is an awesome way of biding some time. Just whiling away some hours here. And this botanical print really kind of makes me hopeful that eventually at some point we're going to be able to play outside in the garden. Okay, so I've got my dimensionals here that I'm going to use later. So the pieces that I have are, oh my gosh, Tahitian Tide. And I've got pieces from the Tea Boutique paper. Actually, that could be kind of cute. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to use that side. Just kind of create a little thinking of you, happy note. I don't know. Do you guys send cards just for the sake of sending cards, or is there usually an occasion attached to it? For me, usually there's an occasion, but I do love sending random happy mail as well. In fact, I frequently send happy mail to my friends and my customers because happy mail is one of the best perks of creating cards. Oh, shoot. Oh, please don't rip. Please don't rip. Please don't rip. Please don't rip. Oh, thank you for not ripping. Okay, so then we're going to align this guy. And then we're just going to put our last little piece. Actually, I'm going to stick it over there. Oops. Okay. There we go. I'm not sure what just happened there. I'm just having challenges with the tape today. Holy cow. Okay, and then we're going to bring this centered-ish. There's a lot of ish in my craft room. I'm not a terribly fussy crafter. Most things can be undone. We're going to just kind of center this guy here. And then I'm going to pop him up on some, I don't know, on some dimensionals. I grabbed an extra one. Usually with dimensionals, 4 corners, unless it's an odd shape, and then I'll put a few more on just to make sure that it's going to do exactly what I need it to do. And all of the bits are going to be adhered where they need to be. So I do love the coloring that I did on here, so I'm going to make sure that we see quite a bit of the coloring. I'm going to move this guy down, and then let's see. What sentiments do we have on here? You know what? Finding a friend is the best discovery of all. It's a nice little sentiment to have. And our block is over here. Now, I haven't stamped up the sentiments before, so as usual, the first time I stamp something new, I like to stamp it on a scrap just to make sure that I'm going to get a really good impression, and I am pleased with that one. This is not, ooh, it just fits. Okay. That was a happy coincidence. I don't know, one of my friends keeps saying that I have happy accidents in my craft room. She's not wrong. And if you're going to have an accident, happy accidents are the best kind. Okay, well, I couldn't have planned that better if I tried. So then what we're going to do is we're going to stick this guy, but we're going to do half tape, and then because this guy's popped up on dimensionals, I want the other side popped up as well so that you don't get this weird little bowing of the sentiment. So then we're going to bring, let's see, where are we going to stick this guy? I don't want to cover up too much of our hedgehog. Actually, there I think would be a good spot. So then we've got this attached to our piece, which is already popped up, and then the rest of our sentiment is popped up onto the dimensionals so that it doesn't lay flat and look weird. Are we going to add, what are we going to add? We need to add something. A little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shimmer. So the watercolor markers, or the Stampin' Write markers, are watercolor markers. So when you add something like Wink of Stella, it will blend the colors a little bit more. So you want to make sure that you're not going to go off the edge, because if you do, you could very well end up with color where you don't intend it. I do love watercoloring with Wink of Stella though, because it's so pretty. And when you're finished, when you empty a marker barrel, you can actually fill it up with water. And any sparkle that's left behind, you can use in watercolor painting. Or if you want to customize your color, you can add a few drops of re-inker into it. Oh, how did that happen? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have no idea how that happened. I wasn't pressing, but I ended up with a very nice big blob of Wink of Stella on my poor little card. All right, so bring it down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So yeah, there's a huge plop. Yes, that is the technical term of Wink of Stella. So now we're going to try to fix it. Oh dear. Okay. Wheels in motion, and you can see that it's actually making my paper, or making the color bleed. So yeah, we're going to have plenty of opportunity to fix this. Okay. So I dabbed as much of it as I could off. So how are we going to fix this now? We are going to do what? We're going to grab our embellishment container and see what we've got in here that could possibly help us out. Is there anything in here? Nope. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you know what? This is real life. This is crafting. And I am not finding any. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab our scissors, and we're going to very gently pry this up. And we're just going to trim this little area that we don't want because it's covered in Wink of Stella. And then we're going to bend it. Kind of make it look intentional. We're going to do the same with this top piece. So we're going to do pry it up. Please don't rip. Please don't rip. And then we're going to do kind of the same-ish angle on this one. So much easier to fix things when it's not already glued down, but it's fine. All right, so that looks the same-ish. And now let's take a look and see. I've got embellishments. Okay, we're going to pull it back out so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. And you know what? I'm not really sure that it does need an embellishment, actually. Aha, here we go. These are the ones I was looking for. So we've got the classic matte dots. I'm going to do 2. Just do 1 and 2. Usually I do odd numbers, but because this is a small little area, I'm just going to do 2 on each side. And you know what? Can we do one on his nose? Actually, we can do one on his nose. It fits quite nicely. So there you go. There's our odd number of embellishments. So we have fixed our Wink of Stella little oopsie. We've added some embellishments to kind of hide that we made an oopsie. And we added a little black piece on his nose to make him even cuter than he already was. And then we're just going to grab our card base. going to stick it on our white. There we go. There's 1, 2 strips. Well, I hope that you had fun watching this video. Please comment below and let me know what you think and where you're watching from. As always, I appreciate you watching and joining in the adventure in my craft room. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See you again really soon.